So the next question I had for you, because previously we talked about helicopter parenting, bullying, instilling the right manners and character within our children. So my daughter, one day, she had a party she was invited to. She's 9,
right.
and it was a party for their religious school, which is only in the evenings. And one of her classmates completed reciting a portion of the Quran, right? So she goes to the party. She's begging us. We've never sent her to a party like this before. Of course, there's no music. There's nothing that we would consider immoral or anything.
Right.
So she asked. She's begging us for weeks, and we say, okay, you can go. Mom's gonna come for a little while, scope it out, but you can go. So she's, cloud 9. She's excited. She goes to the party, and then when she comes home, my wife said there was a little bit of an incident. And I said, like, what happened? She said she started crying at the party, and I said, like, in front of the girls? She goes, yes. I said, what happened? So she goes, she felt left out. And then I said, okay, let me talk to her. I said, what happened? She goes, the girls were talking, and they were all having fun, and they left me out. And I said, they left you out? I said, like, they told you to leave the room, or they said you couldn't participate? She goes, no, but I didn't know what they were talking about. And she was starting to get emotional again, right? And I said, well, what is it? She goes, they all go to the same school. So she's now talking about not the evening school, the regular school they go to. All the girls are in the same school, and she's not.
Okay.
So they were probably talking about something from school or class, and she couldn't follow, or she didn't. There was not that connection point wasn't there. So it made her emotional because maybe 20, 30 minutes in, there's nothing other than the evening school they go to, right? So I told her, I said, look, this is not bullying. She didn't say it was bullying. I said, this is not them leaving you out. I said, if they left you out, why would she have invited you in the first place? She invited you.
Wow.
You didn't ask her to come. So I said, in these type of situations, you just got to learn how to take it easy, enjoy for what it is. Now, a week later, this is like like we say, from the destiny of God, a teaching moment. She comes to me and she says, Daddy, there's this girl in school, in the regular school, and she's always trying to talk to me, and I don't really want to talk to her. And I said, why don't you want to talk to her? I said, she like a bad girl or anything? She goes, no, but my other friend, who's her best friend, she doesn't like that girl. I said, do you have a problem with do you have a problem with the girl? She's like, I don't have a problem with her, but when I talk to her, my best friend will always leave, and she'll say like if you're going to talk to her, I'm going to leave. So I told her, I said, you got to do the right thing. I said, if your friend wants to leave, I said, then maybe you got to reconsider who your friends are. I know I'm talking to a 9-year-old about this, but you got to reconsider who your friends are. But I said, you can't do the wrong thing. I said, just like you were complaining about having your feelings hurt, I said, imagine this girl now who's reaching out to you specifically because there's something in you that she likes, and she's trying to hang out with you. So what would you advise in a situation like this?
I think, the first one regarding the party, I think that's very important to say, look, if they didn't like you, she invited you. But in the invitation, sometimes there are going to be individuals that you are going to know and you're not going to know. And in the conversation, there might have been eating time, you were all there. Maybe when you played the game, you all played. There was a conversation. And what we have to do is pinpoint to that aspect. That is fine. They all were in the same. But guess what? Through time, they're going to build that relationship where you might, this is your starting point, right? And I think those are the conversations now, like, oh my God, how can they, couldn't you tell your kids to talk about something that's open to everybody? No doubt about it. Nardine that says, like, when you're talking, make sure that everyone is able to. But at that time, that what we have to tell them is like, there's been 3 or 4 things. You got to go there. You ate together. You guys were all joking. You maybe played a game. Yeah, we played this, or thumbs up, 7 up. We played tag. All fine. Yes, 20 minutes conversation. You were maybe out of the loop. It happens. That's good. But that could be time. Now that's a great learning point. Is there's going to be moments where you're going to be the one that everybody wants to be around, and now you're going to have to make that choice, right? Hey, do you want to go and talk to, hey, she wants to talk to, at least be kind, like, hey, how are you, this and that. And if she's kind of feeling like, you have to step up and say, look, hey, she's just trying to be nice to me. I understand now. If she's done something to her, and this is where it gets tough, especially with boys and girls, but girls have this thing of like, okay, we're cliques. I mean, real cliques, right? Well, you can't, if I have issues, you can't talk to them, right? And I said, this is sometimes like our dean doesn't like us. Like, we don't get stuck by our tribes and so on and so forth. That's how beauty we've been able to spread. But I think that is something that does happen, right? But that's where you're going to say, well, you don't want to be on the receiving end of it. So then how can you now be on the part where you're now giving it to someone, like, oh, I can't talk to you, right? So I think those are moments that have to happen. Like, hey, there's going to be moments where you and your older sister are talking and your little brother was like, what are you guys talking about? Oh, Mom, they're not letting me play. I'm like, we have to remind them it's going to happen, and those dynamics, and saying, all right, maybe you were kind of sad, but you have to realize that overall there was a lot of upsides, right? And I think the more just to kind of remind them, like, hey, this is good, this is good, this is good, no doubt about it, we'll try to help out. I think that has to be something that we need to really stress.